Airport this morning. We are leaving from Hong Kong and headed to Singapore. It has been a crazy morning. We wanted to mail all of our winter weather gear back to the States, and it ended up costing over $160 from Hong Kong. And it was a crazy hectic process with lots of people in the post office, and just, I don't recommend it. Pack light and don't pack things you need to mail, or the alternative is just to have things that you can give away to other people. So anyway, we're on our flight to Singapore. It's about 4 hours from here, and then we're on to our hotel and warmer weather. We originally flew Jetstar from Tokyo to Hong Kong, and we knew it was a budget airlines, and the seat breadth, or whatever you call it, was, we at least had some room. Y'all, peep these seats. This is how much space. The poor gentleman over there, his knees are touching. I am 5'3", 5'4" on a good day. My knees are touching. My poor child, I mean, she got a little bit of space. This is crazy. This is not how they built the airplane. This is not, they slid these seats backwards to fit more seats. This is, it's ridiculous. And we're flying on budget airlines for the rest of this trip. What were we thinking?
I'll promise you we'll do our best to get you as soon as possible to Singapore. Expecting a flight of 3.5 hours. Welcome on board.
The local time is 1 minute past 7 in the evening. Current temperature is approximately 24 degrees Celsius.
So Tribe, I just want to give you a little bit of a disclaimer. Somewhere between Japan and Hong Kong, all 4 of us picked up a pretty gross bug, which meant that we were down the majority of our trip to Singapore. I was really bummed because there was so much that we wanted to do, like the night safari at the zoo. Sadly, we ended up only being able to visit things the last 2 days that we were in Singapore, so it meant that we tried to smash in as much as possible in those 2 days. Our hotel was relatively close to a shopping mall, so luckily we did get a chance to try some kopi and also sample some delicious local cuisine. We decided to use public transportation while we were in Singapore, and it was super easy. We got the Singapore Tourist Pass, and that allowed for us to ride unlimited on the bus. We rode the bus to kind of get a tour of Singapore City since we didn't get to explore it on foot, and then we headed over to Sentosa Island. The spa for babies. How cool is that? I saw the videos on Facebook, but never once thought that they actually existed. That's crazy. Is what we've been on a quest to find all day long. Sentosa Resort World. Such a shame we only have the afternoon to spend there, because there are tons of things to do. This crab place called the Dancing Crab, it smells so delicious. Tell me in the comment section below if you've ever eaten here. We don't have time to, I don't think, today. But oh my goodness, I've been seeing chili crab signs all over the place, and that looks amazing. Sentosa Island is kind of like its own destination within Singapore. There are attractions such as Universal Studios and the Trickeye Museum, tons of shops and restaurants. We didn't get a chance to fully explore it this time around because we were short on time, but next time. we're at the Trickeye Museum. Seen this on a couple other vlogs, so I thought we'd come and check it out. Let's see what it's all about. Is she really sitting in a chair, or is she on the floor? The world may never know. That we do. Tons of obstacle illusions in here. This one's super cool. Very interesting room here. Clap, clap, clap hands. Clap, 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 clap hands. Clap, clap, clap hands.
We are on the top of this big bus, and it's so awesome. They're taller than the trees. We can get a gift here.
The Marina Bay Sands Hotel. Man, I wish we could stay there. It's so nice. Far, Singapore has been a bit of a bust, but at least we are getting ready to do one of the things that has definitely been on my list is going to see Marina Bay Sands, which is just right in front of me, and then going to Gardens by the Bay, which is where we're headed right now. All right, we're headed over the Dragonfly Bridge. Look at them. It's crazy. They're these futuristic trees, and they stretch into the sky. Here's a tip. If you're visiting Gardens by the Bay, try visiting later in the afternoon so that you can stick around for the light show. I believe that they change the light show for each season, but regardless, it is amazing and really breathtaking to watch the trees all lit up and synchronized to music. just arrived at the greatest airport in the world, the Changi Airport in Singapore. And we have about 2.5 hours until our flight leaves, so we're gonna do as much exploring as we can. Let's go inside. We are flying on AirAsia, so we're leaving out of, or we're coming into the Terminal 4 departure hall. We're gonna get checked in and then we're going to do more exploring. So we just checked in, we got our boarding passes, and now we are headed to have our documents checked and to drop our bag. So here at the Changi Airport, you can just use the bag drop system, which is really cool. It's an automated system. You just put your bags on the belt one at a time, scan your boarding pass, and there it goes, off to the flight. After they process your bag, they'll give you a customer receipt with all your information on it, and your bags are on their way to the flight. Now we're headed over to Terminal 3 on these nice air-conditioned leather seat buses. It is a waterfall right in the airport. Have you ever been in the airport and just been claustrophobic, wishing you could get a little bit of fresh air? Well, at the Changi Airport, you can. We just returned our Singapore tourist passes down at the MRT, and now we are taking the walk over to Terminal 3. Down in the basement of Terminal 3 is not only shopping and food items, but also children's play places, but best of all is the slide at Terminal 3. Arcade games are your thing. They also have a full arcade down in Terminal 3. Slide at Terminal 3 has a smaller version for your smaller kiddos, and then it has a larger one if you come up 2 more floors. For this ride, however, the one at the bottom is free. This one you redeem a ride. With every $10 that you spend here in the airport in a single day, then you're able to ride once. Their catch, hence the very sad face, is that you have to be, your kiddo or yourself has to be at least 130 centimeters tall in order to ride this larger version. Basement, they even have these little coloring areas for kiddos to trace. We're back on Terminal 4 getting ready for our flight, and we're just looking at some of the other cool things that they have going on here at Changi Airport. Everywhere we look at Changi Airport, there's all kinds of beautiful, intricate installations. They have a cactus garden here. I believe there's also a butterfly garden. It's just the level of detail that they put into this airport is astounding. It makes this airport almost a destination in and of itself. I know it might sound insane to say, but if you have 4 or 5 extra hours, come on to the airport. If you're going to be leaving or coming into Changi, it's definitely worth the time. Look at that. It's even there's a koi pond. You see the koi?
This koi.
Yeah, koi.
There's even more koi in this koi pond. Family that baby carries so that we don't have to use a stroller. I think that these are so cool when you're walking around the terminal to be able to transport your littlest ones. Lots of space for lounging. In a foreign country, it can be scary to not have access to family members and friends or not have a SIM card, but airports like Changi Airport are amazing by offering free internet. Usually all you have to do is show your passport or scan your passport and you get access to their free Wi-Fi. America, we need to do much better. Look at this. This is the lounge for nursing mommies. I can go into a private room and we can nurse. There's even a plug for pumping.